There we go. All right, so I'll share the notes that I've prepared, and once we're done with our discussion, I will send you the notes. You can use these notes for your revision, Jabu. Ne?
Okay.
So our notes will be prepared using the learning units as per your study guide, right? Okay. I'm sharing my Word document. Please let me know once it's showing on your side.
Yeah, it's showing.
It's showing. Okay. So, Jabu, in terms of what they've given us in your study guide and what's there in the textbook, there is nothing that that you still have to be worried about, and that is a promise, I tell you. Are you with me?
Yes.
So I've covered everything, right, and in a very simplified way, and that's what I was saying, that you will enjoy this because I've made it very simple that you understand it, and anyone can understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as we begin, right, and maybe you can have your that document that I shared, the learning units, right? Just maybe on the site, just to refer, right, on the concepts that I will be covering, just to make sure Uguchi I've covered everything there. Ne? Okay, so now when you look at your topics, right, the first one, you are starting on chapter 2, and we are talking of any cost classification, Jabu, right? So are you with me, ne? So now the way the topic begins, right, there is an assumed knowledge, because remember, this is not the first time you're encountering any management accounting. You've done it in your second year, right? So now UNISA then says, do you remember? Right? Do you remember? There are concepts that you have that we have taught you in your second year, and whatever we will be teaching you in your third year, it is a continuation, Jabu. Are you with me?
Yes.
So now, one thing that they mention is that you need to be aware of cost behavior. Are you with me, Jabu? Right? So by just saying cost behavior or how a cost behaves, what do we mean, right, Jabu? You can see that this has a cause and effect relationship. Jabu, something does not behave unless something triggers it.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes.
So something starts to behave based on something that has triggered it, Jabu. So now when we are talking about a cost behavior, we are talking about how a cost responds. Are you with me? To a certain trigger. Are you with me? Right? And then we are speaking of cost, and then another thing that they want you to know, Jabu, is cost classification. Right? So now, when we are talking about cost classification, we are talking of recording cost under important headings, Jabu. Are you with me? Right? And the recording cost under important headings, Jabu, it's something that you already know. Are you with me? And what do I mean that you already know? You've been doing this since when? Since your first year, Jabu. Right? When you're doing your FAC 1501, you were recording your cost under your administration cost, right? Under your what else? You will have your administration cost, you'll have your other cost, you'll have your finance cost that include interest, right? I'm sure that's how your income statement was looking like when you're doing your first year. So now the concept of cost classification, Jabu, it's not a new thing to you. It's something that you've been doing. Are you with me? But now the question is, Jabu, why do we need to classify cost in a certain way in management accounting, Jabu? Are you with me? Right? So maybe let's backtrack a bit, right? You know, when we're preparing financial information, Jabu. Ne? We are preparing financial information for other users, Jabu. Are you with me? So meaning those users, there are certain decisions that they will make based on the information that we have provided them, Jabu. Are you with me? Right? So now, the information that we prepare in financial accounting, Jabu, it is targeted for external users. Are you with me? So now, the people that we give that particular information, Jabu, they have a bit of understanding of our company. They are not involved in any internal matters, Jabu. Are you with me? So now, the decisions that they will make based on the financial information that we would have given them, as an example, investors will have to make a decision whether they will invest in our company or not. Are you with me? SARS will have to make a decision whether the tax information that we have provided them is correct or not, or can they dispute it and require additional information from you, Jabu. Are you with me? Right? The government, right, will have to decide whether they will allocate more resources in the area where you are operating or not, based on the information that you have given them, Jabu. Are you with me? Right? But when we are looking at management accounting, Jabu, the decisions that have to be made on that information that we are preparing, it's different from the people that we have already discussed, Jabu. Are you with me? Right? So now the people that we are preparing this information for, it's mostly the senior management, Jabu. Right? The senior management in the company, Jabu. Are you with me? So now they will have to decide whether they invest, right, in certain countries or not. Do they grow by buying other companies, or do they have to expand certain divisions in the company or not? Do they hire more people or not? Do they continue selling a certain product or not? Do they stop making a certain product? Do they have to invest in any new machines or not, Jabu? Are you with me? So now, financial information, the way, financial accounting rather, the way it prepares information, right? Their target audience, it's what? It's external people, people that are not involved in any internal affairs of the company. And management accounting information is prepared in a way to address internal stakeholders, Jabu. Do you understand the difference there? Are you with me? Does it make sense? Any questions so far? Right? Okay, let's continue then. And then another concept that they're expecting you to know, Jabu, is a cost object, right? A cost object, Jabu, it's anything that that accumulates cost that can be measured, right? So a cost object could be a building that you're constructing. You will be able to measure the cost, right? The materials that you have bought for that particular building, the cost that you have paid to your employees, right? So you can measure that particular cost of the building when you are constructing it, Jabu. Are you with me? So it becomes a cost object because it accumulates in cost, Jabu. Are you with me? Right? And then there is a concept of a cost allocation, Jabu. Right? A cost allocation, Jabu, is a very important concept, Jabu. I beg your pardon. Right? Why is this important, Jabu? Right? Because remember, Jabu, if you can't get your costing right, it will be impossible for you to get your pricing right. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do you agree that if you can't get your costing right, you can't get your pricing right? You can get the pricing, but not the correct pricing. Are you with me? Right? And remember, if you can't get the correct pricing, Jabu, it's either your product might be overpriced in the market. That's going to result to people not being attracted to it. right? And they will choose an alternative product. Are you with me? Or it can result in your product being underpriced. And when it's underpriced, that means you won't be able to make enough return to be able to cover all the costs that you have incurred in that particular product. Are you with me, Jabu? Right? So it is important that we allocate costs to the correct product in order for us to ensure that the return that is made in that particular product is able to cover all of our costs and therefore making a profit at the end of the day, Jabu. Are you with me? Does it make sense? Okay, so these are the concepts that we have explained here, but we're just going to go through them quickly. Okay, so we are saying cost behavior, it shows how costs change when an activity levels change, right? So now, what we mean by that, Jabu, a cost can either increase or decrease depending on whether a production increase or decreases, Jabu. Are you with me? So a cost can increase or decrease, or it can actually stay the same, right? So now, like maybe let's say I'm conducting my lessons in a place that I've hired and I'm paying 1,000 rand in that particular place, Jabu, right? So now, if there are more people that are joining classes, Jabu, right? The rent of 1,000 that I'm paying, it is not going to change, irrespective of I have 10 people that I'm teaching or I've got 20 people that I'm teaching. The rent that I'm paying of a 1,000 rand will continue being the same, Jabu. Are you with me? Right? But now, let's say after this class, I do another class, and after the next class, I do another class. Obviously, the amount of data, the amount of electricity that I will use, it will also increase, Jabu, isn't it so? Right? So that means some costs, right, will actually remain the same, irrespective of whether the activity has increased or decreased, and some costs will change depending on the level of activity. If the activity increase, they will also increase. If the activity decrease, those particular costs will also decrease, Jabu. Are you with me?
Yes.
Does it make sense? Do you understand?
Yes.
So those costs that remain the same, irrespective of the changes, we call them fixed costs. And those costs that move up and down in response to level of activity, we call them variable costs. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. Cost classification, we said it means grouping of costs into categories, right? For instance, costs can be classified as direct costs. Easy. So, okay, maybe let me read in full and then explain. Okay, for instance, costs can be classified as direct, which is easy to trace to a product, or indirect costs, which are costs that are shared across many products. So, in cost classification, Jabu, it's when we group costs under correct groupings. So now there are costs that we call direct costs. Those costs are easy to trace in a particular product, Jabu. Like now, you're sitting in front of I'm sitting in front of my desk here. Ne? So if somebody asks me how much, maybe let's say the wood that was used in this desk, I can be able to measure it that, okay, the length is so much centimeters, the width is so much centimeters, Jabu. Do you agree? Right? But now you will have, as an example, the cost of glue that was used in this desk also. It's difficult to measure it in simplicity, Jabu. Do you agree? Right? So there are costs that are easy to measure in a product, and those costs will be direct costs, Jabu. And then there are costs that are not easy to measure in a certain product. Those costs will be indirect costs. Or you might find that those particular costs are actually used in different products, Jabu. Maybe as an example, I can give you maybe a bakery company that's making amagwenya, and that's also making muffins, Jabu. Are you with me? What will be common, right, is that this cost, the amagwenya will also use the same oven that is being used by any ama-muffins akho Jabu. Are you with me? So it cost costing your oven, right, which is the machine cost, it will be difficult to trace it when you are looking at any muffin yako and when you are looking at any when you are looking igwinya lakho Jabu. Are you with me? Are you there, Jabu? Hello? Hi, Jabu. Hello? Okay.